Walk into a car dealership. The price tag says $40,000. You hesitate. Then the salesperson leans in and asks a simple question. What monthly payment works for you? Suddenly, $40,000 doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is whether you can afford $500 a month. And just like that, the game changes. This is one of the most effective psychological tricks in modern commerce. It's called payment framing, and it's designed to make you spend far more than you intended. In the next few minutes, we'll break down exactly how affordable monthly payments work, why they feel so reasonable, and why they might be quietly destroying your financial future. Let's start with how our brains process money. When you see a large number, your brain immediately registers it as significant. $40,000 feels heavy. It triggers caution. You think twice. You compare options. You might even walk away. But when that same $40,000 is broken down into payments of $450 over 7 years, something changes. $450 doesn't feel heavy. It feels manageable. Your brain compares it to other monthly expenses, your phone bill, your streaming subscriptions, your gym membership. This is called the denomination effect. Our brains process small numbers differently than large ones. We underestimate the cumulative impact of small, repeated costs. Retailers know this, banks know this, and they've built entire business models around it. Here's what most people don't calculate when they agree to monthly payments. Let's take that car example. $40,000 at a 6% interest rate over 7 years doesn't cost you $40,000. It costs you $47,800. That's an extra $7,800, just in interest. But it gets worse, because you're not just losing that money, you're losing what that money could have become. If you had invested that $7,800 in a basic index fund, averaging 8% annual returns, it would grow to over $14,000 in 10 years. So the real cost isn't just the interest you paid, it's the wealth you didn't build. And this pattern repeats across every monthly payment you commit to. Furniture, electronics, gym memberships, subscription services. Each one feels small, but together they create what economists call payment creep. Your monthly obligations slowly consume more and more of your income, until one day you realize you're living paycheck to paycheck, even though you earn a decent salary. Let's look at some real numbers. According to data from the Federal Reserve, the average American car payment in 2023 was $736 per month. The average loan term was just over 68 months. That's nearly 6 years of payments. Most people who take these loans focus entirely on whether they can afford the monthly payment. They don't calculate the total cost, they don't consider depreciation, and they certainly don't think about opportunity costs. Here's another example. Buy now, pay later services. These platforms have exploded in popularity. Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, they let you split purchases into 4 or 6 interest-free payments. Sounds harmless, right? Studies show that people who use buy now, pay later services spend 20% to 30% more than they would have with a single payment. Because the pain of paying is spread out. It doesn't feel real. One study from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found that 43% of buy now, pay later users have overdrawn their bank accounts in the past year. These aren't people buying luxuries. They're buying everyday items, clothes, groceries, small electronics. The monthly payment made it feel affordable, until it wasn't. Even subscription services follow this pattern. The average American pays $273 per month on subscriptions. That's $3,276 per year. Most people couldn't name half the subscriptions they're paying for, but each one was affordable when they signed up. $10 here, $15 there. Here's where it becomes dangerous. When your income is locked into monthly payments, you lose financial flexibility. An unexpected expense, a medical bill, a car repair, suddenly becomes a crisis. So what do most people do? They take on more monthly payments to cover the emergency. A personal loan with affordable monthly installments. A credit card balance transfer with low monthly minimums. Another buy now, pay later purchase. This creates a cycle. You're not building wealth. You're not saving for retirement. You're not creating an emergency fund. You're just managing payments. The Federal Reserve reported that in 2023, 78% of Americans were living paycheck to paycheck. This includes people earning over $100,000 per year. The problem isn't always income. It's that income is consumed by obligations that felt affordable when they were signed. So what should you take from this? First, understand that monthly payments are a sales tactic, not a financial strategy. When someone asks what monthly payment you can afford, they're not helping you budget. They're maximizing what you'll spend. Second, always calculate the total cost. Multiply the monthly payment by the number of months. Add the interest. Compare that to the original price. Then ask yourself if it's worth it. Third, recognize opportunity costs. Every dollar you commit to a monthly payment is a dollar that can't be invested, saved, or used for future opportunities. Fourth, be especially careful with interest-free payment plans. They work because they encourage you to spend more, not because they save you money. And finally, build friction into your buying process. Before committing to any monthly payment, wait 24 hours. Write down the total cost. Consider whether you'd buy it if you had to pay in full today. If the answer is no, then the monthly payment isn't making it affordable. It's just making it easier to overspend. Affordable monthly payments aren't inherently evil. Sometimes they're necessary. A mortgage, for example, allows you to build equity in a home you couldn't buy with cash. But most monthly payment offers aren't about helping you afford something valuable. They're about getting you to spend more than you planned. The next time someone asks what monthly payment you can afford, remember what they're really asking. They're asking how much of your future income you're willing to give up. Because that's what a monthly payment is. A commitment to work for something you've already received. A promise to trade tomorrow's freedom for today's convenience. And when you frame it that way, $450 a month doesn't sound quite so affordable anymore.